This episode is brought to you by lionsofcharacters.com. If you want to be the hero or the villain, check out lionsofcharacters.com. They are our sponsor. Also, check out Markov's Haunted Forest. What's up, everyone? I am the Shaolin Fantastic of the Fresh Delivery Show. It's a show about anything and everything and all that you need to know about pop culture, current events, relationships, social justice, mental, physical, emotional health, travel reviews, food reviews, music, and entertainment. And it features candid conversation with co-hosts and audience. This is your first time checking us out. You can download us on the Anchor app, but you can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and now you can also find us on our YouTube channel. I am joined with my other co-hosts. We got the Grand Booba.
Yeah, but tonight it's, ooh, yeah, Big Daddy Cool Booba.
Whoa.
Dig it. Sorry, I just got done watching SummerSlam.
Ooh. How to take that? I didn't know if like something exploded or.
But you gotta admit, though, that was good.
It was cool, man. It was definitely cool. Yeah. So tonight's episode, we are going to today's episode. It is August 24th. We are here to celebrate in honor of the late great KObe Bean, the Black Mamba Bryant. His birthday was on August 23rd, but also today is also known as International KObe Bryant Day, where we celebrate his life, his legacy, what he meant for the culture of basketball, but also for men out there. You know, some people have their own opinions, but he's done a lot for the community and has been a really good role model, and is also a big advocate. Also, we are joined with another guest who's a KObe extraordinaire in his own right. We also
aficionado.
We also have Amru Saleh. Wait,
what up?
What jersey? 8 or 24? Let's see it. Stand up.
Oh man. I don't know if they're ready.
You got the 8.
They're
8.
ready.
I had to put the rookie jersey on, man. Put the rookie jersey. One time for the Mamba. Mamba.
And for those that are joining us live, I have if you notice, this is a Mamba Academy, which they don't have anymore. It actually changed the name to Sports Academy to, I don't even know the whole story of that, but this is a vintage gear right here. I'm a big KObe Bryant fan. For those out there, you know, KObe Bryant, he passed away in January from a helicopter crash. It was himself, his daughter, one of the coaches, a mother, a father, and their daughter, which is a teammate of Gianna Bryant. They were headed to a game, and there was a lot of fog, and we don't know the full story, but we were told that, hey, keep going. That's what we're told. We don't know if he said it, the pilot did it, either or. It was a little negligence. The helicopter got out of control. Everyone passed away on site, and it's been a really tough time for sports. And you know, obviously, this happened right before COVID hit, and it was one of those things that I can personally say, not just because I'm a basketball fan or a KObe fan, but the whole world stopped. Everyone stopped, you know, Twitter, everything, news, NBC, CNN, ESPN blew up. And it was the first time that I could personally honestly say that, you know, for someone that I don't know personally, you know, like, you know, physically personally, but knowing his journey in his life, knowing the things that he's done has touched me as a, you know, person, ex-athlete, basketball coach, single parent. And it still bothers me till this day. You know, it feels like it was so long ago because COVID hit, but it's tough, you know. And, you know, with someone that just passes away, you know, it's easier said than done for grievance, because this is a grievance that's hard on everyone. And obviously we saw Vanessa Bryant post stuff on her Instagram, but it's one of those things that, you know, with grievance, it's really hard to kind of move on, because it just feels like he was just there not too long ago speaking about the future of sports, speaking about the future of his children and being present. And, you know, he just had a daughter as well. And it's tough, you know. how are you guys feeling now versus then? You know, Rue? Or
go ahead, Rue. Go ahead, Rue.
Guess first.
To be honest with you, man, I'm still in shock. Like I still can't believe it. Like I was telling Grand Booba the other day that it just doesn't feel real. Like 7 months have gone by and it still feels like a nightmare. Like I still feel like he's still here and it just doesn't it still hasn't didn't sit right with me, and I'm still like in shock, and I don't even know if I'll like fully grasp that. Maybe I have to wait a year, but it just doesn't seem like he's gone. It's as weird as that sounds. Like he's gone, but I don't feel like he's gone. You know.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't stop and think about Kobe. Like Kobe really just I don't know, every time I think of him, like I just want to be like, yo, I know you're here, you're somewhere, like you're watching the playoffs like we are. Like I know he would be so proud of Luka and the way he played today because he channeled his inner Mamba. Like I know he would have been happy about last night's win. And even though the Lakers didn't play really good defense, like I know he would have been somewhere. He would have been tweeting about it. He would have did like a detailed episode about it. But the fact that he's not around, it's just surreal to me. Again, like every time I just think of him, I immediately get teary eyed. So it's one of those things where like it could be a year, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years from now. That feeling will still be there. And it's one of those things where you can't shake. You really can't shake. So, and what Vanessa said today was just so, oh my God, like my heart really breaks for her family. I mean, my prayers go out to them. My prayers go out to the other families who lost their loved ones. It's really sad all around. But the only thing I can take solace in is the fact that the thing that he left behind was for all of us to channel our inner Mamba. And that's something that I'm going to, cherish and I'm going to take with for the rest of my life. I apologize. Now I'm getting teary-eyed now. The waterworks are starting. But, yeah, it's one of those things I'm going to forever cherish. And, like, we don't even know the guy personally, but we can just feel his presence. And we can just feel like he's had a tremendous impact in our lives, man. This is someone that we literally saw like grow in front of our very eyes. And take it from me, this is someone that had a hard time accepting Kobe in the beginning. Like it took me a while to accept that because I was afraid that he was going to threaten Jordan's legacy. And what do you know? Like I'm sitting here and I'm just in awe of him. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to carry on like that.
All right, with that being said, we're going to check out a video, older video. Hang on one second.
Tell me that I shouldn't play basketball, that it would never amount to anything for me. His negativity towards me made me stronger. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams, but you can stop it from becoming a reality. Your dreams are up to you. I encourage you to always be curious, always seek out things you love, and always work hard once you find it. So with that, I'll let you carry on with your evening. Please know I'm thinking of you, supporting you, and encouraging you always. Peace. I once had a guidance counselor tell me that I shouldn't play basketball, that it would never amount to anything for me.
Technical difficulties. The video went on. On Vanessa Bryant, we wish you guys the best of everything, and you have the love and support of your fans, and we understand what you went through. We can only imagine, losing your best friend, your husband, and your daughter. Man, it's tough, and you're doing a great job at the best of your capability, and God has given you that opportunity to heal. And your husband's legacy is secured, and your daughter's legacy is secured. That inspires millions of people's way after your own kids generation. Know that you will be reunited with him in the afterlife and continue that journey together. But with that being said, as far as in, there's a saying from Golden State and also in, Holy Scriptures, strength by numbers, that we are united together to stand and support each other, especially during this time, during, the Black Lives Matter with the police brutality. And we also want to encourage people, regardless of your political status, Republican, Democratic, Independent, you need to vote. You need to make sure that you are researching both candidates. In my honest opinion, you need to look at the whole body of work. You can't just look at statistics. You need to look at the moral compass. And that's something I feel that with KObe Bryant inspired, that, your determination, your drive determines who you are, right? And, actions speak louder than words. And, it's not always about who you are underneath, but it's what you do that defines you. And with that being said, we are going to transition right into Batman. Comics is having their fandom, and right now, and I'm gonna say this because there's a lot of freaking haters out there that argue with me. Listen, I'm a comic book guy. I like both sides, right? I'll be dead honest with you. I love both sides, but there's something about DC that just gets to me, and it gives me a little bit of more oomph than Marvel. Marvel, hands down, great comic book movies. DC, I see what you're coming at, and I'll be honest with you. This goes with the politics. We actually did an episode not too long ago. Check it out. It's called "The Colorism in Entertainment." These companies have a lot of hand in the creativity of the people making these movies, right? So, just to kind of give you a quick backstory, real quick. Zack Snyder was the original director and one of the writers for Justice League. He also did Batman vs Superman. I'll be honest with you. I thought Batman vs Superman was really good. But that was also, we had to see the Snyder cut, not the original version. Did you guys see, what you guys thought about Batman? Well, let's start with that, and we'll transition to what we're trying to get at with DC fandom. What was your take on Batman versus Superman?
Well, personally, when I saw it before the Snyder cut, I thought it was bad. I wasn't a fan of it at all. I just thought it was all over the place. And then when I watched the uncut version, I was like, holy snap! This is way better than. I was like, I don't know why they didn't go with this in the first place, but I guess because of it being it probably would have been 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours. So I think that's why they did it. And the Snyder cut it definitely made a difference compared to the theatrical version, which I did not like at all.
I agree. The theatrical version it left me scratching my head at first, but then the Snyder cut just did it for me. It changed my perception, changed how I felt about DC moving forward. I was like, yo, if they can make movies like that, and if Zack Snyder has the ability to do it from beginning to end and do it his way, yo, they're good. So that's how I feel. Yeah,
I agree 100%. I felt creativity was taken out of it, and they're forced to do these little, their own little Easter eggs that, oh, you're going to see this, but you got to watch the uncut version. So fast forward in the story, Batman versus Superman. Like I said, if you are a fan or you're hesitating, and some people have their opinions, cool. Everyone has their own opinion. That's cool. But I would highly encourage you to watch the uncut version first, and only that. Don't even look at the theatrical version. With that being said, when he started doing Justice League, it was supposed to be filmed in IMAX, and in a higher version of IMAX. A lot of people don't realize most typical movies they do was a 16:9, right, wide angle.
Mm-hmm.
IMAX is 4:3, like a letterbox, and everything was supposed to be dark. And what a lot of people don't know is that Zack Snyder's daughter, rest in peace, committed suicide. And what I'm hearing is that he approached the studio and was like, we need to put this movie on hold. And they're like, no, we need to stay on schedule. And then he was just like, I quit. Right? I felt like that was a little insensitive, but that's just what I'm hearing. We don't know if that's the full story. From there, they hired Joss Whedon. Very good director, very good writer. He did the first 2 Avengers. Now, I understand why they brought him into it, because of he was able to take high caliber actors and put them together in this super film, right? And comic books. But it's completely 2 different styles. You know what I mean?
It didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work. But so what we're going to do now is we are going to review, it just released a day or 2 ago, August 2020, the Snyder Cut's official trailer that's coming out on HBO Max.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, let's take a look at this together.
I've been waiting for this.
Mm.
Now I've heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah.
Fire.
Everything about it was fire. The song,
That was
Just seeing
brilliant.
that alone,
everything. It was just fire.
I'm seeing so much stuff that we saw in the original trailer that wasn't even in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I can't hear
I
you.
felt the same way.
Uh-oh. What's going
Wait,
on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear
me?
you. Can you hear us?
Uh-oh. What is going
Oh
on?
no.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh. Fresh delivery show. Why we bootlegging? But you can hear me, but how about now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Woo! Now we back online. My bad. All right. So yeah, I'm seeing so much stuff, like even something simple as, I'm hearing that Cyborg has a very big role in the movie, that he's the heart of the movie, and to show him like playing football, they didn't show any of that in the
They
prequel.
never showed
Nothing. Basically Cyborg was an afterthought.
Yeah. They said Flash has a big role. Ezra Miller is back. At the time they were saying, apparently he got in a bar fight or something and they removed him from the movie. But, they're bringing him back on. I don't know if you noticed, they showed Superman in the black suit.
Yes.
Dope. So Zack Snyder, they had an interview with him saying that if you saw the theatrical version, there's a lot of scenes that they had Henry Cavill and it like a really bad CG because he had a mustache and he had like a contract with Mission Impossible not to remove the mustache. Zack Snyder said he's removing all of that. They also said because of the IMAX, originally it was supposed to be dark, but then when we saw the theatrical, it was very light colored. You know what I mean? It was a little bit brighter and a little bit easier to see. And they also said the scene between Aquaman and Batman, between Jason Momoa and Ben Affleck, were actually supposed to fist fight. We didn't see that, and that's where I guess like you could tell in the movie, that's when a lot of complaints that he became too much of a bro.
Yeah. My man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then the lasso of truth scene.
yeah,
that was pretty funny.
Like I get it. Like they try to make it a little bit lighthearted. It's the Avenger style. It's Joss Whedon style. It's so different.
Right.
I get
Completely
it.
different.
Completely get it. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the difference between Marvel and DC. DC is more dark, more grittier, and that's what we grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
The Marvel, they took the cinematic approach of making it more entertaining, more family oriented, and that's why they included hilarious scenes. So it didn't necessarily resonate with DC. Like the Justice League were they have dark origin stories. Not all of them were like, oh, this is how it is, and we're gonna fight and save the day kind of mentality. The Justice League are just a band of misfits. That's all they are. They didn't even get along to begin with. They're just like, you know what? We have to try to save the world. We don't like each other. Let's just try to do this. That's what it comes off as. And that's what I love about DC Comics. Like I love Marvel too, just like you, Shaolin. But the difference is like you can't put Joss Whedon in a Justice League movie and expect it to be successful when his style only worked on one formula. It doesn't necessarily resonate with the other.
Facts.
I do like how if you've seen the uncut version, at the end of Batman versus Superman, at the end they show Steppenwolf holding the 3 boxes, and he looked very alien. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Looked very alien, and then obviously when the movie came out, it completely changed. He looked, I don't know, he just looked weird. You know what I mean? Like I just felt like the original version. Here, let me pull that up. Let me show it for the viewers out there so they can see it. So this is what he originally looked like, and then they changed it.
Huge difference.
Like an alien. So just to give you a quick story on Steppenwolf, he was trying to get the 3 boxes to release his mother, in which we heard him say that. And if you are a follower of DC Comics, he said Mother is coming. Mother is part of the old gods, no, she's part of the new gods, and they're trying to wipe out the old gods so they can take over, right? And they are the generals and the people of the military for Darkseid, and they can't beat him unless they have the mother box. But I do like how they incorporated that Darkseid is actually in this movie, which is really cool. And because of the Snyder cut, and Gal Gadot said, the real superpower of this whole story of everything is the fans. We made this happen. We bitched, we complained, we tweeted, we Instagram, we Facebook. We wanted that Snyder cut because we're tired of hearing you Marvel fans diss our DC Comics.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about it was that it brought the cast back. I don't care what anyone says. I thought Ben Affleck is a pretty good damn Batman. Like I feel like we didn't have enough screen time with him. We've gone through a history of different Batmans. Whether it be good and bad. We've gone through Adam West. We went through Michael Keaton. We went through
George Clooney, Val Kilmer. Christian Bale.
Actually, who I didn't think that was too bad was Val Kilmer, but I just thought the story was bad. But George Clooney, come on, bro.
Yeah, he was a goofball.
It didn't work.
Goofball.
Christian Bale, I thought he was a great Batman, a very modern and very realistic Batman. The storyline was great. Everything was great. Ben Affleck, to me, was the most realistic to the comic book. If you're just looking at the picture right now, he looks like the Arkham, Batman that we see in the video games. And now we have Robert Pattinson. Now, there's a lot of controversy going on right now with Robert Pattinson, but I don't know. Like, what's your take on Robert Pattinson?
I think he's gonna do well.
Yeah, I want to give him a shot. You can't write him off. People said, all right, we had Ben Affleck, we might as well just try anybody else, right? But I think he'll do a good job. Because they want to necessarily go with a younger Batman because it's based off the cartoon The Batman. I think I'm excited, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie.
What about you, Grand Booba?
I'm gonna go in with the same approach I did with Christian Bale. Like I remember when Batman Begins first came out, I was very skeptical as to how Christian Bale was gonna do as Batman, and I came away thinking, damn, he's actually not bad. My only issue was his voice. So I do like the fact that Robert Pattinson's Batman doesn't have a voice changer because we're seeing more of a detective Batman. Like he still kicks ass, but he's like more of a detective, which we haven't seen much of that in other Batman movies. So that was like my biggest takeaway.
Also keep in mind, I agree 100% what you're saying. Did Christian Bale's Dark Knight do detective work? He did a little bit in the Dark Knight, where he did ballistics with the bullet and he cut it out the brick and stuff like that, right? I do agree with you. The voice, Christian Bale is like, well, for the people of Gotham,
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
Yeah. It was really corny. I get why he had to do it. I mean, like, if I saw Batman, I heard you. First of all, I know you're Caucasian. Like, I can just tell if you're right? And you're like, I just gotta find someone sounds similar. And I thought it was brilliant to do with Ben Affleck to actually throw the voice changer in there. And yeah, I get what you're saying. The detective side with Ben Affleck was gone, because you gotta remember that's Batman 30 years in as Batman, and the Batman that we're about to see is a young Batman, like within 3-4 years. So the suit's very new. He's young, he's more aggressive, and guess what? We get to watch his official trailer right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Batman,
Alfred.
From your secret friend.
Underneath the bridge,
Who?
Topper sprung a leak, and the animals I trapped
Haven't a clue.
all become my pet.
Let's play a game. Just me and you.
Oh, my bad.
Any of this mean anything to you?
Technical difficulties. I gotta rewind it.
Let's play a game. Just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you?
You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why's he writing to you?
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
The hell are you supposed to be? Woo!
I'm vengeance.
Whoa! This guy's crazy.
You're part of this too.
How am I part of it?
You'll see.
I'm sold.
I mean, I like it. I like it.
Sold.
Wow.
Oh man,
I'm
it
sold.
looks good.
Wow.
I'm sold.
Wow. Listen. First and foremost, we finally got to see when he takes the mask off, we actually get to see the black part. It's like every time Michael Keaton and all of them, they always had the black makeup and they take off the mask. And it's like, where'd it go? You wiped it off that quick? Wow. And the fact that the main villain is the Riddler.
Yeah.
And you saw Catwoman was in there.
That was called Penguin. I believe that was Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell's probably the one that's talking. Colin Farrell's supposed to be. There's a rumor that he's supposed to have his own, kind of like what they did with the Joker, kind of like a villain movie of its own. I don't know. I don't know if you heard that or not. Have you? No.
I have no.
But with that being said, I just think the route that DC is going, I think it's a very smart, very strong move. I think I don't know. I don't see any wrong in this whatsoever. I mean, like, this is the time that if DC, you want to come up and make your moves now, this is be the best time. I don't know what else to say other than super positive things about it,
Nothing but upside.
Yeah.
Nothing but
I'm
upside.
hyped, man. I'm hyped. I'm ready for this movie.
I am super duper sold.
So with that being said, we did an episode on colorism. That was kind of loud. It was just like our little reminder. We did our episode on colorism, right? And we talked about how society has, changed the way we cast our characters and stuff like that. So with that being said, we've gone through multiple different Batmans, right? But also check this out. We're getting a different Commissioner Gordon. So we've gone
through
Batman. That was in the original Batman trilogy with The Dark Knight with Christian Bale. We have Ben McKenzie, I thought it was pretty good for Gotham to kind of exploit, a younger version. J.K. Simmons, for a lot of people who don't know him, that's actually, who do you think that is for Marvel?
Oh, J. Jonah Jameson.
That's Jameson, and guess what? He was to reprise his role back in the Spider-Verse, but now we have a black actor playing Commissioner Gordon, and I think that's a smart move. It's cool, it's different, and I think as long as he can carry that mantra, I think go for it,
Yeah.
Not just a black actor. He's a very well-known black actor, Jeffrey Wright. He's done a lot of great movies. So
great movies, and he was even on Westworld. He's a phenomenal actor. I think he's gonna kill it.
Yeah, he did a very good job as Felix Leiter too in James Bond movies.
Yeah, he did.
There's a lot of great things out for DC fandom. So, for the comic book, fans out there, definitely check it out. Make sure that you are able to get HBO Max when this comes out for the Snyder Cut. The Batman will be coming out soon. Another trailer that we're not going to show tonight that's fire, if you haven't seen, is the Suicide Squad. It looks so good compared to what they had before. It's supposed to go off the same timeline and everything too. And, I'm just really excited for that. And for, not for Marvel and stuff like that. So we have Black Widow coming out soon. We also got Mulan that's coming out. Listen, be cheap. Mulan's not going to be what? $29.99. You get to keep the movie. You guys pay for Floyd Mayweather. Crap.
Sure.
Watch this fight, and you don't even get to keep the fight, and you already know it's gonna be a boring fight. We get it. He's one of the greats, but he's boring to watch. I'd rather watch Mulan. And Falcon's gonna be coming out. One movie that, because of all this, because of the Snyder Cut, and we have to put this out there, Ben Affleck is going to reprise his role as Batman in the Flashpoint Paradox, starring.
Ooh.
He is going to reprise his role. And guess who else is in that, if you don't know? Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You don't know that if Michael Keaton is going to play the Batman from 1989 and he's playing the older Batman, or he might actually play Thomas Wayne.
I heard from what I've read, I don't know if it's entirely accurate or not, from what I've read, that they said it's supposed to be the older Bruce Wayne, not Thomas Wayne.
Okay.
I mean, either or, we'll take it. So for those that follow the Flash, they did their own version called the Infinite Crisis, which was like their own version of like the Infinity War, and I thought it was really good. They brought in Kevin Conroy, who has done the voice of Batman for the animated series in the 90s. One of the best comic book. Yeah. He played Old Man Batman, which was kind of cool. So to kind of see that transition, obviously Michael Keaton's a lot older now, and just kind of makes sense. Let him play. He's Batman. He's just the older version of it. But it's just so many cool things that they're looking forward to in entertainment, especially with the movies. And I get it. A lot of people are like, "Oh, why don't you come out with a newer story?" But like, you know what? We'd like to, but we want to try to like make things a little bit different and just add a little twist to it. And I think the Pattinson role is a good route. It's actually supposed to be the time frame, from what I'm hearing, is supposed to be the 90s, because a lot of people they were trying to tie it into the other Joker, which was in the early 80s, 70s, 80s,
70s, 80s,
70s, late 70s.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, well, then why is, Joaquin Phoenix like a 30-year-old and Bruce Wayne's like 10, but we don't know if that's the real Joker or not. The Joker is a mantra, like anyone can be Joker. It's just a matter of how crazy you were. And I thought the Joker that was on Gotham was really pretty good too. But other than that, what else you guys got on DC Fandome opinions and anything else?
Well, I don't know if you've heard about I don't know if you guys seen the new Wonder Woman 1984 trailer. It just came out the other day too. I've been waiting for this movie. I know it's supposed to come out like earlier in the summer, but due to the pandemic, they had to push it back. But I am really excited to see this movie as well. It looks really good.
Do you like the first one?
I did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great origin story. I knew from the moment I saw the trailer, I said, this movie's going to kick ass.
All right. You ready? We Grand Booba and I used to do this all the time, and answers change. You ready? 5, just 5. Name your top 5 comic book movies. Any movie, just 5. No particular order.
Oh, man.
Who's going
5?
First? We only got 3 minutes left, fellas.
Dark Knight.
The one with the Joker? Right.
Yeah, the one with the Joker. Batman Returns.
Okay. The one with the Penguin, right?
The one with the Penguin and Catwoman. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer, Selena Kyle.
Okay.
Let's see. I even liked I liked Iron Man. Are we doing just strictly DC, or are we doing
DC Marvel? DC Marvel.
All right, Iron Man.
Okay.
Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire.
That's a strong movie. People hated on that. That was a strong.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty
very
dope,
strong.
Man. Spider-Man 3 was trash.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that great.
I like Avengers Infinity War.
You got your 5. All right, Grand Booba, what you got? Name your 5.
Oh, man, it changes every time, yo. I got to go.
Yeah.
All right, I got to go Dark Knight.
1.
I got to go Captain America Civil War.
2.
I got to go Thor Ragnarok.
Yep.
3.
I got to go Avengers Assemble.
The first one? 4.
Yeah, and then Infinity War.
Nice. All right, mine would be, I feel like we can all agree, Dark Knight's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you, that might be number 1 for me. Dark Knight's in there. I'm going to go Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Ragnarok. I really like Ragnarok.
It was amazing. Amazing. That's on my list.
I'm going to throw Wonder Woman in there.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty dope, man. I'm not even going to lie to you. I thought it was amazing. I wanted to put it on there, too.
Yeah, same.
This one is so hard because you don't want to miss out on something, but I'm going to have to put this on there because it set the tone for everything. Iron Man number 1.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So Iron Man number 1 is my honorable mention.
The reason why, because that set the tone, that brought back Robert Downey's career. Yeah, and
resurrected his career because he had like a lot of, drug issues.
Yep.
So, all right. So that's the end of our show. Thank you for listening to us, celebrating, KObe Bryant Day, with us and kind of, reflecting back on his loss and, not just, we're not negating the people in the helicopter. It's just, obviously we know him and it's a staple name, but, to the people that lost their lives in the helicopter and especially the children that were on there. And our love goes out to the Bryant family and everyone surrounding. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Pau Gasol, man. I follow his Instagram really well. Very good dude. He does like a lot of outreach work, and he's a hard worker. He's very supportive of the family. Like he took like the family out on a boating trip and spends time with BB.
Shout out to Pau.
And I know as a basketball player, you were one of Kobe Bryant's best friends, and him and Derek Fisher, he relied on you guys a lot, and especially you. He calls you Pablo. So shout out to Pau Gasol for being there and being just a good friend to the Bryant family, and just whatever you're doing out there. Hopefully, you're listening to our podcast one day because my homeboy Stephon Marbury does listen to us once in a while. But
shout out Steph.
Yes, sir.
Starbury Island.
But Pau Gasol, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you to the Bryant family, NBA, LeBron. You are honoring his legacy as best as you can, as well as everyone else. And hopefully we bring a chip because I don't want to hear it. Because if you lose, then you're gonna blame it on COVID. But
hey, LeBron, run back on defense, okay? No walking back.
I'm gonna say this, and I might get martyred for saying this. All right, you ready to hear this? This is gonna be our ending outro. All right. Game 1, they got smoked by the Portland Trailblazers, right? Dame Lillard is a different monster. CJ McCollum, to me, they're a top 5 backcourt duo. First of all, I love LeBron James, how he's very active in social media, and I think he's one of the top 2 greatest athletes of all time. But basketball player is a whole different conversation. I love how he's speaking out on Black Lives Matter and all the stuff that's going on. But they asked you about game 1, LeBron, and your loss, and you said we should be talking about Breonna Taylor. Man, you a sucker, dude. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're gonna bring her name to it.
You a buster.
Like, come on, bro. Dude. There are your loss, and you will bring up about that because that's your excuse. Like, stop it, LeBron. You have firepower. You have the team that you wanted. Like, at least 90% of it. Just do it for Kobe. Just do it, right? So we can end these arguments of greatest of all time. You want to be the greatest of all time, you better win 3 in a row. And then people can't say argue. So LeBron, stop crying. Keep playing. On that note, I am the Shaolin Fantastic. Check us out on Instagram at The Fresh Delivery Show. You can also follow us on Twitter at FR3SH Delivery. Also, you can check us on our YouTube channel. Check out Amru Saleh. You can check him out at Just Rue It. It's on the screen. It's Just Rue_it. Also, you can check out the Grand Booba. Also, his food. We moved his food reviews, his mukbang extravaganza. We're actually going to be expanding that with the food reviews of the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. We're going to have different guests with us. We're going to explore their palates. And our first stop is going to be in DC in a couple weeks. So check out that Instagram page. It's called at the Dirty 30 Podcast. So that's our little sister podcast. So we are the Fresh Delivery Show. Everyone stay safe. Be smart with what you're doing with the social distancing. And we're out, y'all. Peace.
Peace. Black Lives Matter.
Yes, sir. Arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor.
They need to go after Philando's cop still.
Him too.
Yeah.
All the cops. All the dirty cops need to be off the streets.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.